Boom. What's up, everyone?
Can y'all hear us?
Should be able to.
We couldn't hear the intro, which you probably heard
usually
our
can.
voices over that. We normally can, so issue.
I hope it should show the audio is going through, but if not, I guess we'll find out here in a sec.
Someone will tell us if they can't hear us.
So, anyways, how are you? What's up?
Not much.
Got a new AD. We're going to talk about that today. There's also, man, Zeno won. He picked the correct winner for the national championship game. Man, a lot of things have happened. I feel like, you finally got an athletic director after, I think, July 7th was whenever Castiglione announced he was going to retire. And so we'll talk a little bit about that, the hiring process, what that kind of looked like from what we were told. And yeah, might not be the longest show again, but we're in
the off season now. So
yeah, exactly.
You got to pull stuff out of a hat. So with that being said, this show is brought to you by FanDuel. So we do have a sponsorship going on there, which is really exciting. And then, because normally I am in charge of introductions, I am Tierney Smith.
I'm Chad Smith.
And we are the Sooner Smiths. We are live every Monday at 7 p.m., which Chad almost forgot about today.
I did.
With the snow days, it got him off. He walked to the house and said, wait.
We have a show today?
Do we have a show today? Yes,
we do.
It's Monday. So I did not have work today. Oopsies.
Here, just go ahead, go.
And if you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, like Stacy and Boomer129, then welcome back. You can become a member on our channel. You can click the link in the YouTube to become a member for as low as $2.99, which really helps us with getting content out and just showing support for us. You can also just subscribe to our channel. That's also very helpful because we really like spending our Mondays with you guys, and we really appreciate those of you that do come spend your Mondays with us, because you could be doing a lot of other things.
Very true.
But instead, you choose to look at us and listen to us talk. So, sacrifice. I do see Landon's here. Landon, I have never seen you in the chat before, but welcome, dude. He says he's ready for softball, as am I.
As am I too. Can't wait. T and I had a couple cool experiences. We got to go to a couple games, the LSU game, and then the LSU women's basketball game, and then also the South Carolina game, which was awesome to see us win. They picked up another good win, women's basketball, and they picked up another win over the weekend against Auburn, which I guess is less of a big win than the South Carolina one. But cool to see Oklahoma teams sort of starting to put some wins together, which is good.
No, it definitely is. And just to prove, if you don't follow women's basketball at all, just to prove what a big win that is, according to FanDuel, South Carolina has the third best odds of winning the women's national championship. And they're someone who's constantly in that conversation. They made it last year. Then I think they won. I think they made it the year before or something. They're very good. Dawn Staley's an amazing coach. And their girls are huge. Chad, I think one of their big girls got into, big girls, tall girls, their post got into foul trouble. Chad goes, so thank God that girl's coming out. I said, yeah, they're just bringing another one right in, though.
Yeah, no joke.
It was crazy. They made Reagan Beers look short, and I believe she's 6'4". So they were every bit of 6'6", 6'7". And I did have a teammate in JUCO who was 6'6". So the fact that they had, 2 or 3 that were that size is crazy. But it was such a good environment. It wasn't sold out necessarily, or maybe it was sold out but wasn't packed, but it was really, really close to that. And it was just, I don't know, it was loud from, we had to be a little bit late, unfortunately, because of work and then traffic. But it was loud from start to finish when we were there. The game was close. And someone said, Boomer129, where'd he go? He said, the freshman went off. Oh, yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that. Chavez, she had 9 points basically the whole game. Mm-hmm. And then the guy who we know that gives us the tickets, he looked back at us. He's like, if we're going to really win this game, I need to have Chavez have 3 or 4 threes.
Yeah,
soon.
Literally what he said. Yep.
And he put that out there, and man, she went off, made 5 for 5 from the field. I think 4 for 4 on 3. She got the drive in the lane on the left side, but she used her right hand to finish it. But it was just such an incredible overtime for her. She literally just said, I'm happy for her, because as a shooter, I know that she's been kind of struggling with her shot. Mm-hmm. And because Chad looked at me and said, I wonder if she's someone who gets down on herself when she's not making it, because Jenny just said something to her. She kind of had her head down, and Jenny said something to her, and she went, yes, coach. And I said, I bet she does. As a shooter, I was that person. If I wasn't making it, that's what you're known for.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it does get in your head. But if you have a coach like Jenny who can speak that life and speak that encouragement into you, it really helps so much. I remember I wasn't having a good game. I missed my first like 3 threes, and I turned a wide open one down. This is in high school. And my coach said, T, if you turn down another 3 that's that wide open, I'm going to take you out. And I didn't turn down. I made my next 8 in a row. And so I'm assuming she had a moment like that. And I mean, that was an incredible show. My friends from Arkansas, they're big they're basketball, they're sports fans, but she was even texting us like, holy cow, like this game's crazy. And we're like telling her we're there. And it was so amazing. And
it was awesome.
Man, it was a really good game. And of course, then like I was a little worried going to the Auburn game, they might have a lull, which it wasn't the best game. I'm running out of breath because pregnant, but I'm excited too. And it was a little bit of a lull. And again, like you're playing an away game, you're playing with like the weather's kind of got you down, even in a hotel, but they were able to pull out that win as well. And so they'll be going and playing Texas A&M, another really good team. And I can't remember who the next one is, but good luck to them. I wish I had more positive things to say about the men's team.
Yeah, no joke. Goodness.
I watch the games because I'm a Sooner fan and I just want to support them. But it seems like after every game, I just feel horrible that I'm like,
well, it's like the way they lose or just
the way they lose. Yes. And I'm like, they're cursed.
And Mizzou's double buzzer beater against Oklahoma is the second documented occurrence in Division I history. It's much rarer than winning a national title. And they had it happen to them. That's just crazy.
They're cursed. I'm telling you. And it's like every time I watch the men's game, it's like at the end of the game, I'm like, I just wasted 2 hours watching this, or 2 or 3, however. And that sounds really bad, but it's just because it's the same story. It seems like every time. And to prove that point, when we were up by 3 with like a few seconds left, Chad said, man, what a win for them. I said, don't say that. Like, don't say that.
No.
And then buzzer beater to go into overtime. And I'm like, I told you. He's like, you're right for sure. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand to the point that like, I know our NIL is like next to last. So that makes it hard. But like, we have the players. It's just like one play will change the game, or like you had the chance to take the last shot when the game's tied at the end. You make sure you take the last shot. You don't leave any time off. And they left 4 seconds. Well, that was enough time for a guy to go down the court and shoot a 3. And I think they said he was 25% from the 3-point line. And that guy cans it. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, something like that.
It just really tough. They play Arkansas coming up. I believe that's the Buddy Hield.
Yeah. Jersey
retirement day. So if you're able to go to that, that's exciting. They're giving away bobbleheads. Arkansas is favored only by 2.5 though. And knowing OU, it's probably going to be a one possession game. Arkansas is second in the SEC, I believe. And then we're of course dead last. So it's just I don't know.
Frustrating.
It's very frustrating. And again, like I want to support them, so I'm going to watch from home. But I don't think I'm going to spend my money to go watch them in person. That sounds bad. But
yeah, it gets to that whole conversation of the new facility and all that. And they just they don't have the funds to really spend that much right now on a new gym whenever they aren't going to fill it. They've got to get a lot better for people to want to invest in, especially with how expensive everything is at the games.
Right. We spent $50 on junk.
Yep.
Like not even like good food. And I was like, dang, we could have gone somewhere nicer.
You're talking about Olive Garden.
Yeah, I was like, we went to Olive Garden recently and spent $50 and then had leftover food for the next day. And you're spending that on food. And it's not the people, like the arena is not why they're losing.
No.
The women's team sold it out back to back and had a fantastic crowds. So that's not it. It's the product that you're putting out there.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I want to go support them, but I went last year and supported them when they played Tennessee. It was packed house, and they're down by 20 after like the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's like, why did I come?
It makes it, it makes it frustrating to even really put sorry, I'm sharing this again.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's just, I want them to be good. I want them to win. And it's like, it's just, again, it's the way they lose. It's almost always by like 1 or 2 points, which is why Arkansas is only, according to FanDuel, only -2.5 like favor. Like again, a shot and a half, one shot really if it's a 3, but like one possession game.
I feel like Arkansas is pretty good, aren't they?
They're second in the SEC.
Yeah, they're always pretty solid, and they're only a 2.5 point underdog. It's just crazy.
It is, but I mean, I don't know. They just
bananas.
And again, like I think the announcers mentioned it. It's like when you're on a losing streak like OU, like things like that, some shots just don't go your way or calls don't seem to go your way. Like what should have been the dagger in our game, was it Pack or Brown? I don't remember. Somebody shot a 3. It's halfway down.
Yeah, that was a nightmare.
Like, doesn't go in. And you're like, see, that's what happens when you're like, for whatever reason, when it rains, it pours. And meanwhile, they have 2 guys make 2 buzzer beaters at 3s that neither one is. One guy had made, it was his first shot that he had made that night. And the other one is 25% 3-point shooter. It's like, yeah, is that just the way the cookie crumbles. But Boomer129 says, remember when high school girls teams played half court? Offense on one side, defense on the other was the weirdest thing to see. My mom played 6-on-6, funny enough. She used to tell me about it.
Yeah,
I can't imagine just sitting on one half of the court and just waiting for the team. But
no, I can't either.
It kind of would be like a fun, like a PE game to play.
Yeah, it
would be. I don't know. Anyways, but that's some updates on the basketball. Obviously, I'm way more into it than Chad since I pretty much stole the mic there.
No, you're fine. I just this is frustrating, especially for the men's team because it would help so much with everything else if they would win. But
but also
I know they're trying.
We didn't get to go because again they changed the time and Chad and my brother Derek couldn't get off work.
Oh yeah.
Gymnastics went against Georgia at home. Had a fantastic meet. Got the win there. They are not doing. They're postponing their banner drop for their national championship game because KJ wants a packed house. And I will say, those of you that did get to go, the crowd was not bad for.
No, it wasn't.
A 2:00 on a Friday when people have to work and then you're worried about getting home from the weather. So
they have another one this Friday.
They have another one this Friday at Kentucky, and then they're coming home on the 6th. I just can't remember who they compete against.
Boomer, what's sorry? Chad looks excited.
Chad starts pulling it because he forgot we had a show today. He didn't have all his tabs pulled up, so he's over there.
I'm making sure I have everything for the.
February 6th is against Alabama, so that'll be another fantastic meet. They're pretty traditional gymnastics school, but anyways,
it's Alabama February 6th at home. All right. Anyways, there you go. Boomer 129. Now I'm excited. T, thanks for taking the mic there and letting me pull the stuff. It was so weird. I don't know why. I went through the whole day thinking it was Tuesday because we didn't have church yesterday because we were at home. And so I don't know, associated that with missing a day of something. And I was like, my brain just thought work. And then I was like, wait, we have a show today. I haven't even thought about it.
Landon said the Thunder's having issues also right now. But at least the Thunder have a lot of players not playing. Also,
half the Thunder could probably play for OU men's basketball now with the new rules, considering Alabama has an NBA player.
Stacy's got your back on this one.
Yeah.
Snow Day has made it feel like the weekend Chad needed the moment.
Yes, I did. There you go. I by the way, I don't know if people noticed. I've heard about the fact Alabama has a former G Leaguer on their team now.
It's crazy.
Who's just?
I should have said How are the college eligibility for LeBron and Luka?
Yeah, no joke.
Do they have any years? Because that would be fantastic.
What is that guy's name? Charles Bediako. Played at Alabama for 2 years. Entered the 2023 NBA draft. Went undrafted. Played in the G League for 3 years, and now is resuming his remaining 2 years of collegiate eligibility at Alabama.
That's insane.
And then people are talking about that he's a big pickup. It is,
Color me shocked. A professional player would make a difference in college basketball.
SGA to OU. Hey, Jalen Williams is that?
Didn't he?
Yeah.
But did he go all those years?
No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I know John Calipari talked about how good he was.
He said LaFleur is all washed up. I still think LeBron could take all these college kids.
Yeah,
for several of them, I still would take them.
Listen, I would take them. We need them. We need some. We need some.
We need
moves.
something.
Oh, the OU women's gym is back at number 1 too.
Someone said women could probably play the men in basketball, and the women would probably beat them. No,
they would not.
They couldn't.
I mean, I don't mean to be sad.
I appreciate the troll, but no, they couldn't.
Yeah.
As a former women's basketball player, I've played men who didn't even make college basketball teams. Like our scout teams were dudes who didn't even get scholarships to college, and
it's just a different game.
It's a different game. It's different athletic ability. And that's not. I mean, that's just
now
just
per
facts.
now just like per. How would you even say that? Like for like not a per capita doesn't make sense, but like per their ability, they're much better than the men. Obviously, like considering like in their respective sport, they're much better than the men.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. He would have to. We would need it. We would need it. We'll save him for March. Just play a few games for the.
But
SC
I know
tournament.
I do hate people say like, "Oh, the women's team." No, they couldn't.
No.
And it's not. I mean, that's not a diss to the women's team. It's just
no. It's just no.
Just different body size, different athletic abilities, different games. Like men out there dunking. We don't have anybody that can probably touch the rim.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. No.
I just. It also feels like it feels weird that like that dude comes in and he dunks it and everything and so the comments on it now that it's coming up is hilarious.
It's just insane to me. You have people like that. I mean, that are playing professional basketball in the G League and then coming back to college.
Yeah.
And granted, I know we got the guy from Russia, but he didn't.
I mean, it's not like the dude can barely. I don't even know if they can communicate with him.
As someone who had a teammate from Russia, was one of my best friends, we could not communicate with her well the first year. She got better though. She's much better now. But and then you got Owen Heineke. 15 minutes of lacrosse.
It's insane. Like, they need to make a decision on that.
They need to do that really quickly. You don't have to put that up there.
Average high school boys team could beat but it's not, I mean, probably. I mean, what was it like the U.S. women's national team that had won like the World Cup, like lost to like the 15. They lost like 7-0. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't. It goes back to everything.
I think there was like some tennis player, like she was one of the best in the world, not Serena, but she lost to like some nobody.
You sent me that. Yeah, I was like, are you sure that's real? And then we looked it up. It was.
Yeah. It just. I mean, it is. It's different game.
It's and the fact like people made that a conversation. Even it's like just it's crazy. All right. Anyways.
Right. I'm sure I'm much better in perspective for basketball over my husband.
Absolutely, massively better.
But 6'4" gives him quite an advantage over me. I mean, still beat him though.
Yeah,
but it's a lot closer.
It would be. It wouldn't even be. It wouldn't.
Anyways, we digress.
We digress. I love that word. Oklahoma has hired a new athletic director. We're going to talk about it real quick. I wonder what the odds were for Roger Denny, deputy AD from Illinois, being our next AD war.
I didn't know that was even a title.
I didn't know it. Well,
AD.
So apparently we're doing the Saban tree thing, but for Illinois athletic directors. Illinois obviously had done a lot of really good things over the last few years, especially after the NIL era. And a lot of teams, North Carolina, although their football team hasn't been good, has also had a setup where a lot of other colleges are wanting to follow their model, being more identifiable with a pro team as opposed to just a strictly college athletics team.
You have to.
Exactly. And there was a search, and Randall Stevenson, obviously the advisor to the athletic director and the director of, I forget what his new title will be. I took a picture of it, but he's the guy they brought in that was the former AT&T CEO and just has a lot of business experience, is a guy that they wanted. It'll be Randall Stevenson is going to continue to be the football chair of athletics and serve as special advisor to Denny and President Harris, who I saw Chipotle a lot off of Northwest Expressway several times.
Man likes his Chipotle.
Man likes Chipotle. Should have sat down with him and said, I have a few ideas. Denny wasn't on my bingo card either. Although I am interested in the idea of why they hired him. It seems like, and I'll just kind of read here what they reported, that Randall Stevenson, former CEO of AT&T, who has led large-scale organizations through disruptive change. God, these like these marketing words or phrases are so annoying to me all the time. To disruptive change. Like, all right. Across business, I don't know why I just diverted on that. Across diverse business, media, and sports, has served as the chair and special advisor to President Harris for OU Athletics since 2024 and will remain in that position.
Also, does anybody know how to pronounce his last name?
Harris?
I've heard Harris, Haraz, Hariz.
I need to ask.
But like, I've heard so many different pronunciations. Like, I'm not even secure anymore. I'm not secure how to say it anyway.
I know, I'm not
Jonathan,
sure.
I've also seen with Chipotle too. Big Chipotle guy. Sorry, if you see me guys moving around a lot, it's because my hip hurts.
She has a sciatic pain.
Yeah, sciatic.
College athletics, says President Harris, is undergoing profound disruption that requires us to think well beyond conventional structures and roles. I see. That's a lot of
word fluff.
I don't even know what that is supposed to. I don't know why I'm not hating on it, but
okay.
and
so
Roger,
I like it because it says like, it sounds like he's going to think outside the box to fit the new mold, not something that's like beyond what's conventional, because we can't do that anymore.
Right.
But that was just a very educated way to say that. I guess it's a nice way to put it.
So he continues, and Roger, we have the next natural leader who understands both the complexity of the moment and opportunities it presents. It is clear Roger will advance the bold vision needed for OU to continue leading in a highly dynamic environment. We've already seen the transformational difference Randall, now talking about Randall, has made to OU athletics with the success of the football program this past season. He's continued to engage in our smooth leadership transition to a new era. And it says that there was a 12-member committee representing stakeholders across the university that was on the national search for a new athletic director. And there were, the athletic group, a strategic advisory and executive search firm with experience across collegiate and professional sports was who headed up the search. And then the nation's preeminent college athletics. I'm trying to see if any of this we're saying. Okay, he follows Joe Castiglione. Under Castiglione's leadership, OU achieved sustained across-the-board excellence, including 26 of the university's 45 all-time national championships, record-setting fundraising, major facilities growth, and unprecedented academic success. I want to thank the OU Board of Regents, says President Roz, and all that, a lot of another plateau speak, and blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about Denny. Denny spent nearly 15 years practicing law, focusing on compensation, tax, corporate finance, and licensing. Before joining Illinois, he was partner at Spencer Fane LLP in St. Louis. Nice firm, big firm. His prior legal experience includes the representation of college athletics department and sports businesses in a wide variety of critical and complex transactions, including executive compensation and collective bargaining matters. I think the very last point there is going to become pretty important as they kind of move forward with NIL. But Denny's legal experience also provides a foundation for leading major athletics programs, overseeing coaching contracts, managing complex operations, and identifying opportunities to expand student-athlete success in disrupted college athletics landscape. I think the big thing was at Illinois, he oversaw business strategy and department operations. And since he got there in 2021, they had probably their most dramatic turnaround for their college athletic history. He was the sports administrator for the football program. Illinois' 4-year growth in ticket sales, student season tickets, average attendance was among the highest and best in the country, and also led the budget that included the operations for the budget that included almost $200 million, and played a critical role in Illinois' NIL strategy, expanding operations for student athletes, and became increasingly involved in fundraising, and played a pivotal role in securing a $100 million gift announced in fall 2025. Which is the largest in Illinois history. He received a bachelor degree from Southern Missouri State, law degree from St. Louis University, and LLM in tax from Washington University. LLM is your legal licensing master's. It's a level after you get your Juris Doctor, your JD, to be a tax attorney for a lot of firms. You have to have it's almost required. You have to have an LLM, which is just another 2 years of specialized training in that certain field of law. Tax law is very complicated, so. Despite what you see on TikTok, I wouldn't believe a lot of it. There are a lot of ways in which the IRS does count and find ways to make sure that if you are claiming things as deductions, one of the big joking or like ridiculous ones are the people buy G-Wagons because they're over the weight limit, and there's a certain exemption where if your car is over X amount of pounds, you can use it as like a commercial vehicle, and you get a tax write-off, so you can basically pay it tax-free and use it to claim it against your income that year. Well, like they don't read the exceptions, and the exceptions are like they audit to make sure you're actually using it for business. You can't just say you are, and then you can't even form an LLC or an S corp and say you are, and then buy that car just for personal use. Like there's a lot of ways they'll catch you doing that.
Thinking of David.
And as one of the great,
that's a write-off. Do you even know what a write-off means, David? Yeah, it means you write it off.
Who writes it off?
Who writes it off, David? He's like, I don't know. Like you just write it off. You don't have to pay for it.
Right. If it's for your business, you just write it off. You don't have to pay for it.
Please tell me somebody else has seen that show.
And as one of the great tax attorneys in Oklahoma says, who founded one of the largest firms in Oklahoma, that everything's a write-off until you're audited. So there you go. That's a tip. Everything's a write-off until you're audited. But that is, I think, the biggest thing. Like you alluded to it, and obviously a lot of the coaches. You had Jim Nagy, Bob Stoops, obviously Castiglione, Venables, Sherry Cole,
Even Sam Bradford.
Sammy B also came out.
He came out of his
he's starting to get more involved.
Compound.
Yeah, for real. Starting to get involved more and make some. I don't know why I don't have it copied here, but yeah, he made a statement. I think what they liked is that he's only known a world of NIL as while he's been in the role as an athletic director. So there is no biases. There's no I wish it was this way again. Mm-hmm. All he knows is that operation is to operate in the world that he's been operating in.
Right.
In Oklahoma moving forward, it's going to be a lot less of what Castiglione had to do, where it's just strictly, you're really fundraising. You're obviously wanting to hire coaches. You make those decisions, but your big job as athletic director is making sure sales are going up and you're fundraising for the right, or getting money in. And I'm speaking after talking with people that would know this stuff. Like, it's not just my opinion, but from what I've been told. And it's one thing to say, like, in this new era, but the problem is a lot of people don't know what the new era is going to look like. A lot of it'll change if Congress makes rules and gets regulations in.
It's constantly changing.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of it'll change if you employ them and you make them, you give them a exemption, or you give them collective bargaining. There's a lot of things that could be different. And I think one thing you want is a guy who's younger, that has experience in operating and within either uncertain environments or always changing environments, and that has shown they can operate in that. But another
that was from what Jenny said. Jenny, I don't think knew she was on national television.
Hopefully taking flights.
Oh yeah, that's
hopefully
that would be Chad's goal, is for AD to say compliance, chill. Like,
well, yeah. Like, I'm also like
no self-reporting ourselves.
That can go like both ways too. It's like there's no rule against it. Don't try to invent one against yourself. It needs to be pretty clear.
Speaking of that, I mean, like Dabo Sweeney basically gonna
how good was that?
Open the floodgates there. Of all people, it would have to be Dabo.
He's just like, well, I mean, if we're just gonna let him do it, then fine. But I mean, it's true. I mean, it's very true.
I think with him though, the big thing too is like he has experience with contracts. You obviously have experience with large amounts of money, and then just the contracts being the biggest thing, because these kids are going to have them if they don't already. I'm sure they do to an extent.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have contracts to an extent, but that's going to be ever changing. So that's something that he's going to have to deal with. He's already been a part of fundraising. I mean, $100 million for Illinois.
Pretty good.
I mean, I don't know what their alumni base is like, but you would think you could maybe get something similar with Oklahoma. We go back to make it so average Joes can really donate.
Like they need to find a way to
anytime we look at other it's always like, oh, like you have to pledge this much and this much. I'm like, how about even if you have average Joes like $5 a month, like that'd add up for something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
just
do the math.
Yeah. Then there might be. I mean, I don't.
And there might be. Maybe we're the issue. We just can't find it. Shoot, have a guy ringing the bell like the Salvation Army outside of games. Like,
people mock that stuff. It's like, dude, at the end of the day, it's money. Like,
right.
I'll never forget 50 Cent saying the reason he became big in the area before he was rapping, in the area that he practiced, in which you had to sell certain things on streets. He took change and stuff from people, and some people who engaged in that didn't. And he's like, I don't know why they wouldn't. I'd just save it and then I'd cash it all in, and I'd have like an extra $1,000 every month. And some people would miss out on all that. So, I mean, it adds up.
Or I always say, throw a QR code in the middle of a game, like donate to this, like one-time donation. How many people are several adult beverages deep, being like, all right, here's 100, here's 200, here's $20, whatever. Like every penny counts. But it'll definitely be interesting. I love reading comments from people, because like it's social media and people whatever. But I'd be like, who's this guy? Why do we get this? Like people have like really strong opinions. I'm like, okay, well, who did you want? And it's like, nobody ever has an answer for that.
Right.
It's always like, they always think they know better. And again, it's not like you mentioned too, like, sure, you could get a big name, but that's somebody who's maybe having to adapt, that doesn't want to. I don't think Joe C wanted to adapt to this, and I don't blame him. Where this guy, like you said, all he knows is NIL, and he's young. And no offense to, that shouldn't be ageism, but
no, it's
like,
true. I mean,
he's a young person, so it's like a little more flexible, maybe a little more open, and maybe wants to spend more hours. I don't blame Josie if he wants to step back and just be like, does he have grandkids?
I'm sure.
Grandpa, And so I think I'm at the point, like, if like Nagy, however you say it, he trusts them, if Bob trusts it, like, why would I have any reason to not trust their hires? I guess I would say. I didn't know who Jim Nagy was.
No,
that seems to working out fine. Maybe that's a me issue. But
No,
It's just how many times do you actually know these people? And how much research is an average Joe fan doing to be like, I have a strong opinion on who I want to hire for an AD? I couldn't tell you another AD at another school.
Yeah.
Really couldn't. So, whatever.
I am pretty excited to
bring back Crimson and Cream. The Crimson and Cream Collective they used to have. He was in $40 to softball team. Also, yeah, the collectives changed too. That also makes it confusing. So I don't know.
Well, there's just and no one really knows how anything is working in terms of the house settlement. I mean, it was made to be, it was pinned to be such a big deal, and it seems as though what was it? Texas spent $40 million on their roster. It's where does the is the $20 million total compensation? Is that going to be enforced? How is it going to be enforced? I think Tennessee opened up a can of worms when they said, yeah, cool, we're not going to abide by that. We'll spend however much we want, and y'all can go somewhere. Right. Yeah. It's just.
I thought it was Tennessee.
What?
Is it USC?
I said Tennessee.
Oh.
I said Tennessee.
I
may have said USC.
Sorry.
Well, if I Freudian slipped there, my bad. I meant Tennessee. That's what I thought I said, but no, it's not like
you could have said USC.
Not against me that to say something not knowing I said it, but
Tyranny's brain's working at like half capacity. So
well, it's fine. You're carrying a whole bearing child.
Pregnancy brain's a real thing. It's real tough.
But no, I'm excited for it. And again, it's one of those we won't know how good of a move it is until maybe 5-6 years down the line when we see kind of the fruits of his work. But one of those where I think it shows a proactive. I think it shows the administration's wanting to be proactive. They're not taking the easy path, which shows to me they're doing their research. They're reaching out to people because at the end of the day, I just keep going back to kind of like you said, it's OU. If they wanted to get a big name that was splashy, they could take the easy way out and just do that. But if you want to get a big name, or if you want to get a name or a person that you think has the intangibles and the mindset that will really kind of push us forward in an NIL era, then I think they really went back and looked through the whoever they hired, especially. But whenever they looked through it, and they found them. And if you read a lot of the articles being written right now, when Stephen Randall first got contacted by the associate AD, he goes, "What are we doing? Why are we interviewing an associate AD? Like, we're not a deputy athletic director. We're not looking in that market for, we need a name. We need bigger." He was basically saying we need bigger names than that. But as they started talking to him and seeing how he thought about the processes he thought about, and obviously his experience already at Illinois, as in Harris says this too in his release, but they were just enamored with it. They talked for like 3 hours and they couldn't, they were just so interested in how he thought about everything and the way he came to, the beliefs that he has. Hopefully he's good at giving advice. Sometimes attorneys can be very good at, not good at advice. Hopefully he's good at making decisions. Attorneys can sometimes be very good at analyzing things and pointing out the flaws or whatever, but it is hard to also have the ability to then use that and make a decision. I'm lucky. I work for someone who's very good at that. At both. So I haven't necessarily seen that up close, but I've heard, from different people that can be a problem. But, it's right. Harris is an attorney too.
Another thing too is like, I didn't know who Randall Stevenson was.
Right.
So, I like that they're taking, it is a business now. And so you're not taking traditional big names. Like, you're taking different roles. Like, you're taking a lawyer, you're taking a businessman, because that's really kind of what this is turned into. Like, you need to know the law, one, because it's ever changing, or you need to know the ability to work with money and contracts more than ever before.
Right.
Like, these are two people that you think when they're working together with their skill set and their mindset, like Haras said in his very wordy, educated way, they're not taking the conventional means. They're taking some like new age thoughts to it, which is what is needed right now.
Right.
So again, I have no reason to doubt it. I have no reason to have an opinion otherwise.
Right.
Other than I get what they're saying. Let's see how it plays out. But we'll see. The comments, who's this person? Wow, we just can't get any, like, insane to me.
So yeah,
like I said, I couldn't tell you another AD in the nation.
Well, and it's there have been other
Boomer 129. There's no way. I didn't know who the boss was until the other day.
Yeah, he's joking.
Leave me alone. Okay.
I heard Middle Tennessee. Okay, well, I meant Tennessee. Sorry if I said Middle Tennessee. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Middle Earth.
You too.
Well, he might be. 1982 Boomer. Hope you're doing well. He can get Brad Underwood to come from Illinois. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. But that would be an amazing Bedlam troll. That is pretty funny. What is? By the way, I got a question. What is the?
Sure.
Oh gosh, when do they play Bedlam for basketball? Do you know?
They already did.
Okay, well, they already did. They don't do it again this year.
It's conference play now.
That's right. I'm tripping.
It was back in December because we were going to go. It was December 13th.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of it. Okay, my bad.
Why didn't we go? Because that was also the weekend of our friends for their daughter's birthday party. You had your surgery.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that week, so you weren't going anywhere.
No, heck no.
I was like, why didn't we go to that? Because we were going to, and then that's why. Ooh, sorry.
That sounded good on that. You're fine. All right. Well, T, I don't really have much else other than the 80 talk, and then obviously
we got a few more things. Grayson Miller's coming back, our punter.
Oh yeah, we need to announce some people coming back.
Welcome back. We got our 2 kickers, or we got a punter and our kicker.
Which it's bad because it's people will. I mean, it is a big deal to get a good punter back. I hate that he ended the season on such bad.
I'm telling you, I think it was they were jinxed because at the playoff game was the first time they've ever announced special teams, projected starters. They've never done it. It's always been the defensive projected starters, the offensive projected starters, and I did the special teams. They've never done it before, and I jinxed them. So.
They need to be. I think they might be doing it again next year. So we need that jinx to go.
I'm saying start it early. Don't do it, and don't change things. Right. One of your last games. He said it's the weekend before the Bama playoff game. Yeah, it was December the 13th ish. Yeah, December 13th. The Deion Sanders stuff was a mess. Are you talking about the fines? Because we can talk about that too.
Oh yeah.
It was a doubleheader at the Paycom where the Thunder played. Yeah, because we were gonna go, and then Chad did a surgery, so we did not go.
Boom. There he is. Oh wait, it's not showing it.
I was say it's not showing. Ta-da!
Ta-da! It should show. There we go. Oh, returning. I need to get better at that. All right, let's talk about the, as you were saying, T, the fines that Deion Sanders talked about. I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people do. I think again, I can't stand a world in which we are giving kids all this money and just there's nothing they can do wrong. And if anyone tries to hold them accountable for anything, then they're the bad person. Look, if I'm going to pay you money, not only are you required to be there on time, you better show up with a smile on your face, and you better be happy. Otherwise, we can go look. You can go look at a lot of other college students or people in general that are struggling and don't get all that notoriety and everything else. And
right, I think I sent it to you. You can pull it up how much it is. I'm with that too. So I have 2 takes on this. So I understand people are coming from where they're like, well, what about the kids who don't make any money? Well, I guess they're not going to get fined.
Yeah, I'm sure it's I'm sure it's
You know what's probably crazy? The people that aren't getting any money are probably the ones that are there all the time because they're not entitled. You know what I mean? They're trying to earn a scholarship or they're trying to earn something. I personally have no issues with it either because, like you said, they're having all this money, but then you don't want any accountability, you don't want any responsibility. It is kind of insane that.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's more just culture.
Yeah,
you're getting paid to be here. And also I can't just show up late to work and not get a fine. I'll get fired, or I can't just no show work. You get fired. That's the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And also a lot of these guys, if you're getting paid like an NFL player, you should get treated like one. They get fined for this crap too.
Here we go.
So
conduct, expectations, and I'm not sure where this cuts off. On the field, sportsmanship, teamwork, and done. Off the field, fines for attendance violations. Late to practice, $500 piece. It's a nickel. No show to practice, $2,500. Late to meeting or film session, $400. No show to meeting or film session, $2,000. Late to strength and conditioning workout, $1,000. No show to strength and conditioning workout, $1,500. Late to treatment, $1,000. No show to treatment, $1,500. Other violations of team rules, $1,000 to $2,500 based on severity. Public or social media misconduct. Ooh, that's
Georgia could never.
$2,000 to $5,000 based on severity.
It would be way more than $5,000 too.
That's hilarious. I thought this was interesting too. They have a deal up here about, and it cuts off, and I'm assuming what it's talking about is with NIL apparel restrictions. Student athletes with NIL deals must not wear, I'm sure, their apparel not from non-Nike companies during team associated events or outings, things of that sort, because they're a Nike school. Wearing apparel or equipment for teammates, I don't know, participating in any can maybe exclude you from participating in any team activity. And I'm sure that will go back to one of the fines they have to pay if they're caught with a.
And again, I go back to I can't wear certain things to work, or like that to me it'd be like wearing another company's shirt to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
All students are required to wear Nike footwear.
Which they're all provided.
This includes practices, games, organized team activities, OTAs. Only wear items issued by the training or equipment staff.
So it's provided for you.
Yeah. Believe it or not, they get a lot of this for free, almost all of it. Actually, every single bit of it. But where was I saw a deal where they could okay, here we go. It's funny, it has an appeals process. Property or operational accountability. Damage. Well, this is definitely where Georgia players would be up a creek here. Student athletes must report any legal issues within 3 days. Misuse or destruction of athletic, I might say 24 hours, I don't know. Misuse or destruction of athletic training equipment, 500. Repair costs plus 3,000 if you damage university or team property.
So it's just respect your facilities. Okay.
Loss of team technology or equipment, replace cost plus fine. It doesn't show. Appeal process. Students may submit a written appeal within 5 days. Final decisions are issued within 5 business days. All right. Well, there you go.
I don't know. I don't have an issue with it. Now, I do think what they should do is like all the fines. It should be like a swear jar almost. So if there's lots of fines, then you give it to like a walk-on or something.
Right.
Like a kid, like you have like a raffle for like the walk-ons or somebody to like get the money.
Right.
That's
hilarious.
Great. I don't know, just a thought. But I'm like, what do they do with the fine money? But I don't know. I had no issue with it. Of course, there are the people that are like, people probably who don't have any form of accountability or respect or responsibility that are in the comments that are complaining about it. But I mean, no issue.
I don't either.
If you want to be paid like a professional, you can get treated like one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a man who would know all about the professional world too. So
well, and it's just, there's an easy way to not pay a fine too. Just don't do just be a responsible adult. Show up to. I mean, what is he asking you to do? The bare minimum, what you're supposed to be doing anyways.
Yeah, like show up
on time. A crazy thought.
Wear your provided uniform.
Yeah,
don't get in trouble with the law or break any of our rules. Like it literally is literally the bare minimum.
Well, and I'm sure some people think, well, why are you not letting them wear their NIL stuff if they're going to get paid for it? Why do that? It's because when you are getting paid by someone, first off, you respect their requests. If they're asking you to wear a certain piece of whatever it is, and you don't just make dramatic or make changes that obviously set you apart from what the team is looking like as a whole. Mm-hmm. Also, you're trying to establish a uniform identity. It's one of the reasons like the military has uniforms, because you want people to see themselves as a cohesive group, not just as like an individual. And part of that is wearing the same thing every day to practice and seeing everyone in the same gear. And whenever you have someone with like yellow workout shoes on, it's a level of attention seeking or attention grabbing that isn't conducive to like building
in a small
team.
way, like the rule, I'm above the rules or I'm above the team.
Yeah, or like look at me. Yeah, I don't have to do any of this.
Which is weird because like I know when I was in high school, like our basketball team, we all wore the same shoes. Or like now it's funny how that's not a thing anymore, but that was like one of the things that I'm like, I don't like when I almost see teams all wearing the same shoe. I'm like, wow, like that's cool. But also not everybody's feet are the same, it's whatever. But I don't know. I have no issue with it. Boomer129 says pizza party from the fine jar. Sure.
Yeah. I'm good with it.
William says keep missing your show, but it's great to see you both. Hey, we're still here, so you're not missing it. You just have to start it over later. They should have added community service hours as part of the fines. Hey. Not a bad idea.
Nope. Hey, if you are watching, please like the video, comment on the YouTube channel. If you're watching, throw a retweet of the stream if you don't mind. It really does help us out. It helps us a ton. I started there was a lot of people commenting now on that deal I posted.
Shocker. I don't know. I don't know. I actually kind of like the idea of fines, honestly. That sounds bad, but just because there's no loyalty or there's no accountability, or like Dabo said, we offer this guy and then it's like, well, what's your buyout? Like
I know
that kind of stuff's going on. Like it just, I don't know.
But it's why I support all of these. I support all these fines or these lawsuits people are going through. You saw it, I think, with the what was it, the Duke? What quarterback was it recently that was supposed to transfer and then ended up staying?
The Washington guy?
Yeah, Washington, I think, yes. And people just, when the people that jump from coaches can leave anytime they want, players should be able to leave anytime they want, and they go, well, they pay coaches all this money and they leave. So coaches leave voluntarily. They don't get a buyout. That's not a thing that happens. They don't get the $70 million buyout that Jimbo Fisher got when he got fired. I think people conflate that a lot. They see coaches leaving, and then they see him get another job. It's like, it's not that they get paid that same. They don't get the rest of their contract at the current school, and then the money going into their next job either. Mm-hmm. They don't. They give up all that they had, that was supposed to be coming to them, and then they just go to the salary they're getting at the new university they're working with.
Also, hear me out. In life, if you sign a contract, you must honor said contract. Yep. Or you are in breach of said contract. And if you signed it, you signed on the dotted line, somebody has every right to sue you.
Right.
Sorry. That's life.
And all this, I understand that there are people that struggle getting legal help, and certainly it is very true that if you have more money, you will get a better attorney. There's a lot of truth to that. It doesn't mean that you only get a good attorney if you have money, but it certainly helps. But there's a difference between saying that for normal people and then saying that for people who are going to be Division I athletes at the biggest schools in their states. I'm sure there are attorneys that are very well off that do really good work that would do
it for
free, or they would do it we'll do it on a contingency basis where I'll take 3% of whatever your agreement finally is. That will help you with that. And you can say, oh, that's not fair. Well, at some point you got to make a decision. Attorneys aren't free. And if you're just going to say the kid's getting screwed over by everybody at the university, then they have to find a way in order to help that kid get better representation. And the best attorneys aren't going to do the work for free because they have plenty of work they can already be doing. So you got to make it has to work up an incentive of them being worth their time. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, a percentage of whatever the final is, not a high percentage, usually it's 3% or whatever, then fine. 3% of what I'm envisioning. In normal contingency is you're looking at 40, but there's a lot you can do, and you just got to be proactive in trying to help that move forward and get players help. But at the same time, it's like you're saying, you're an adult. The hardest thing I think you learn in life is that when you are an adult, the things you do really do matter. There's no more. Not that I'm even perfect on it either, but there's no more relying on a lot of it you have to just get done.
Right.
When you don't want to.
You sign a contract for a car. If you don't pay your car payments, guess what? Yeah. They take back your car.
Yeah. And there's no,
I meant
to, nothing. No.
If you go to a job and there's these clauses in it and you decide just not to do those clauses, you lose your job and potentially get fired. It's a life.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, you're not living real life.
Nope.
At all. You're playing a sport in college, which is a blessing in and of itself. And now you're getting paid a lot of money. And as Peyton Verhul said in her interview, some of y'all are never going to see this type of money ever again.
No, they're not going to see that.
So you better be
working again.
Dang smart with it now. Again, unless you're one of the 1% that's going to go on and play professional, again, football or basketball. Women, you're not going to make that much, period, no matter what professional sport that you play.
I don't even think going over, I know they make more overseas, but I don't think overseas it's about $500,000 maybe is a
that's a lot
solid
of money.
Yeah, but I mean, for the higher, I'm Elena Chavez getting what she's getting this year at OU. I don't see her making, and I don't know, man. I'm
again, a lot
out of
of
my
women
depth there, but
where you would make a lot of money too would be endorsements.
True. Okay.
So when Crystal Robinson was recruiting me to Murray, she played in the WNBA and overseas, and she said she made more overseas in the summer than she made in this season at the WNBA. I forgot, she did tell me approximately how much she made a month, but I can't remember.
Okay.
But I mean, even then, most women aren't even going to go do that. So
right.
If you're going to go on to be a coach and a teacher, especially here in Oklahoma, you're not making what you're making now. Even as because on the football team, I think every scholarship athlete gets something. If you have a scholarship,
all get paid.
You get something. I'm assuming that something you're getting is still probably more than the average income of most people in Oklahoma.
Well, and I think even the walk-ons now, they have that walk-on scholarship thing.
Right. And so it's just you're not living real life.
You're saying, yeah.
You go to classes half a day, maybe. You might be doing them online. I don't know.
Right.
Which is not real life either. You have tutors for these classes, so you're not even, how much do you actually have to learn? I don't know. You get all this free food, free clothing. Now you're getting cars. You're getting all this stuff for you. That's not real life. Don't put that comment.
I'm not putting Boomer 129. I can't. That may be funny, but that's not one I can show on the screen.
But you're not living a real life, and it's gonna come at you fast if you can't even do the basics of honoring a contract, or you said, just showing up on time.
Right.
Imagine, I can't imagine. Well, I have patience at certain times. If I don't show up on time, not only am I missing patience, I'm missing out on money and I'm getting fired. just, I don't know. And then people want to scream from the mountaintops that they're so mistreated. No, they're not.
No.
Even before NIL, no, they weren't.
No.
You were very pampered, very pampered.
Very true.
Anyways,
we saw it.
You heard us have that speech.
Yeah. I think we did pretty well for just for putting it together relatively quickly. Granted, we had some help with news breaking already, but all right, that's gonna do it. I hope y'all had a blessed weekend. I hope y'all all stayed safe with the snow and weather. No power went out. I'm hoping, but there is. I don't think of any bigger storms coming. It should all melt away by Friday.
I think we should be good.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Should be good, but
I don't want any more snow. Showed up just in time for a tea rant. What up? Hey, normally it's Chad, so sometimes I get on. Sometimes I get on him too. Boomer said, "How's Zeno doing?" He's doing well. He finished 55-34 this year, so he had 21 more wins than he did losses. So good year. Last year, he was closer to 50-50, but ended up with a winning record. So he watched some film, did better this year. He's doing well. Did not like the snow.
Not a big fan.
Chad had to go out and shovel some paths for him because he.
Granted, he's small.
He was disappearing.
It was like going up to his chin. Poor guy.
So funny. For him to potty, we had to help him out a little bit. But anyways.
Yeah. All right. Y'all rock. I hope y'all have a good weekend, the rest of the week as well. And we will see you on Monday whenever OU basketball has played a few more times. Hey.
Free attendance for Arkansas tomorrow. Okay.
Free attendance for Arkansas tomorrow.
If we were closer to Norman, we probably would go.
There you go.
But
no
if
excuses.
You live closer, sure, it's free. I'd go for free.
Yeah. I'd about as good a price you can get. All right. Y'all rock. We will see you next Monday. Boomer.
Boomer.